Alright, looks like I'm live, back for some more hololive OCG opening. This time I got blue gloves on. Hoping it shows sweat a little less. But I'm going to be opening boxes 3 and 4 of hololive OCG. Again, hoping to just get the... So my chase card this time is definitely going to be the... Or still the signed Mori Calliope. Giving me a little bit of trouble, but we're into box 1 now. I wonder if I should just... Actually, let me do this real quick. Let's go default here. And silence this mic. Alright. So, now I can hear myself. And definitely won't have double up. So, again, box number 3. First box of the night. And I'm definitely going to have enough battery to last for the whole stream today. It's a little late starting it, but that just ensures that I have enough. Pack 1. Mini array, troop number. Now, I don't know what the official word for this is, but I've been calling them shatterfoils. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh! So it seems like some cards have 2 different rarities. Some have a common in holo variants, but some of the holos that don't have common variants actually have a shatterfoil, is what I'm calling it at least. So we have the second Usada Pecora and a first Takanashi Kiara. And probably tomorrow before I stream, I'm going to try and make a short explaining at least one of the decks I built for hololive OCG. So that should be interesting. So we have a first Pecora, no other holos in this pack. Alright, pack number 3. Still always very satisfying opening. Alright, we got our first cheer of the night, blue cheer. And we have a second Louis. And I might be mispronouncing some of these names. I definitely know the EN names better. And especially Myth. Alright, we got a Buzz Kazuma Iroha and a Spot Noel. So these spots, the holos, are actually very good generic cards. So that's always nice. Alright. I've lost count of how many packs we have. And we got a Buzz first, Muna Hoshinova. And a second Hakos Bales. Let's see, where did I put my sleeves? Are these gonna work? Don't think so. Yeah, no, these are standard size. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in a sleeve. It looks higher value. I'll put the Buzz Iroha as well. Alright. And I'm trying to go even on each. I don't know if hololive OCG has something like this, but we have a Shatterfoil Kiara and a second Mume. But I don't know if hololive OCG has something like this, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! They tend to have two, like if they have secret rares, they'll typically have two on each side. And so if you go down even on each side, they'll typically be in the same space. So like if it's 3 packs down on one side, it'll be 3 down on the other side. Oh, and we have another cheer. We have a green cheer here. And we have a Shatterfoil second Tokinosora. So that's pretty good. I'm going to get a sleeve for that one. And a first Suse. So if you're going to get into hololive OCG, one thing I'd definitely recommend is at your card shop, you want to get a cheer set or two. That'll definitely help out because it's 20 of all of the 4 cheer that are currently in the game. In Japan, they do have purple and yellow as well, but right now for the first release, OCG, they only have green, blue, red, and white. So, the cheer packs, ooh, we have the Oshi Mume, not signed variant, but that's a new Oshi for me. And we have a second Arona Crony. I don't know if that will, but I'm pretty sure that showing the Crony on screen will probably lose my where I'm safe for children to watch. So hey, one can hope. All right, next up, we have a Spot Usada Pecora. Now, so far, the best of the Spot that I've seen so far seems to be Marine. The ability to switch out your opponent's character is pretty good. Bring in one of their weaker ones, get a free or free life. All right, we have Shiranui Flare. No other hollows in this pack. Turn up my stream because it seems to be more consistent in the chat. So it doesn't double up. And front, so if someone chats, I'll be able to see it a little easier. Just non-dominant hand, trying to get it done. Alright. So now if anyone joins the chat, I should be able to see it. Let's see. Next pack. We have our third cheer, a red cheer. So that's nice. We have a first Kobo Kanairu, as well as a second Aki Rosenthal. Now this box seems to have a lot of very clear resonances. So nothing really going outside of their, I want to say, intended deck. Like blue seems to be working really well together. Oop, we got a Shatterfoil Shirogane Noel Spot. Looks really nice. And it seems like these Shatterfoils are different for each character. So this one looks different than the other Shatterfoils. Next up, and we have a first Kanata. Alright, gonna set this down here and grab a sleeve for it. and that's always nice. So them personalizing the shatter foils is a really cool touch. Let's put the first box away. And I forgot to bring a trash can next to me for the packs, so I'll probably grab those before, or grab a trash can before going into explaining some of the pulls. And of course I have talked about it in one of my videos, but of course TCG player is always going to be the right choice for figuring out cards. I haven't actually checked if they have hololive yet, but I will be able to do that in a second. Not sure if it's going to interrupt my hand cam, so don't really want to do that now. And we have a shatter foil. It looks like first. Oh, a buzz. So it looks like Buzz have the same texturing, which is the checker pattern behind. And we got a second Hako Spales. I did a sleeve for the Buzz. Alright. Get into another pack here. So for this pack, we have a foil debut Kobo Kanaido. Now this card is usually a common, so this is one of those variants that have a common and non-common. This is the holo. And we got second Mume. Still no signed cards yet. I did open a couple of boxes outside of stream, just so I could show some people at the card shop I go to every weekend. Didn't get any signed cards there. I did get some good pulls though. I will show those in shorts. We got a blue cheer. Two and first Usada Pecora. Back to my holo pile. Let's see. Alright, another Buzz Iroha. That's nice. I only have a deck where I use Iroha, but I can probably figure one out. And we got a Spot Shiranui Flare. One thing I noticed, I need to restart the series where I was making decks for hololive members, like based around them. Like I have Sharks for Gura. There's actually a deck called Shiranui, so that'd probably fit for her. Next up, the only holo in this pack is a second Kobo Kanaida. And funnily enough, that's actually one of the decks I have just finished building. I haven't gotten sleeves for it yet, but it's a pretty interesting one. It's Kobo Kanairu, Suse, and Orono Crony. And it's centered around taking around your opponent's holo mems instead of their life. So by getting rid of the field. Alright, we got the second Shatterfoil Aski. I believe that is. That one will go into the sleeve pile. And a second IO-15. Apologies if my chair is at times loud. A little creaky. All right. Next up, we actually got another common that is also a hollow. So this is the hollow variant of Troop Member, and this is a Louis, or no, not Louis, Polka fan. It's neat. And then we have a first Takanashi Kiata. All right, this is a big one. We got a Shatterfoil second Kobo Kanairu. And again, I don't know if that's probably not the official terminology. It's just the one that I'm using as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Something familiar. And then we got a Spot Usara Pecora. Sometimes I notice it doesn't catch me saying the end of the word. So I gotta go back every once in a while and say those. Looks like we have about 4 packs left. Well, exactly 4. Alright, so next up, we have the only hollow being Aki Rosenthal. That's one of the decks I'm actually currently building as a Rosenthal. Do not recall if I got the Oshi card for that, though. Another, I think, let's see, the last 2 Oshi cards I need, or 2 or 3. Either I need a Aki Rosenthal leader, but I believe I do have one. The other leader I need, or leaders I need, is a Kobo Kunairu and the Louis. And for this pack, the only holo we got is a second Orono Kuroni. The art in this game is gorgeous. I hear a lot of people talking about Grand Archive having great art. This one blows it out of the water. Alright, next up we got a first Tokino Soda, and it looks like we got a Spot as the second holo, Hosho Marin. And again, her ability seems to be one of the more powerful ones, and it actually works really well in the structure deck. So if you use the Oz-Key leader of the structure deck, her Oshi art, the once per turn Oshi art, is -3 holo power, so you archive 3 of your holo power, and the next time you would roll a dice, you get to choose the outcome. So using her ability, choosing the outcome to get the one you want, and then getting the switch out. Ooh. We got a second Tokino Sora Shatterfoil. That's nice. And we got a first Amane Kanacha. Alright, let's get a sleeve for this Sora. And it looks like that is the last pack out of these 2 boxes. Still no signed cards. Those are very rare though, so no sweat there. And let me just go grab a trash can real quick, and I will explain some of the draws I got, which are the good ones. Grab the sleeves. I'm going to keep the boxes. They're good for storage while I don't have any.
There we
Go. I am back. Let's go over the sleeve first. I still have plenty of battery left. So first off, we have Tokino Soda. This is a must add to the structure deck. It's a second, so of course you have to go through the debut and first. But her collab effect, probably can't see it. Still potato camera quality. But her collab, so when you collab with her, you draw 2 cards from your deck. Then she also has a really good attack as well. Base 80, plus 50 damage going up against red Holomem. And you roll a dice. If it's odd, this art is used again. So let's say you use this attack, you're attacking a red Holomem. That is 80 plus 50, so 130. And then you roll an odd, or using Ozki's Oshi art, you declare an odd, and then it deals another 130. But if you're not going up against a red, it's 80, and then you deal another 80. So that's really good as well, and a draw 2 on moving her up, so that's certainly very good. Especially since the other boss of the deck being Ozki and not having a collab effect. Next up, we have Kobo Kanayade. And I don't know if I've explained any of these yesterday. I might have explained Kobo, but her effect is fairly simple. It's a 40 damage, and it deals 50 bonus damage. It looks against purple. Yes, I think that is purple, so it's not in the game yet. At least in the EN version. Maybe next set. So it deals 40 damage, and then you can archive a cheer from this Holomem and deal 20 special damage, which is just effect damage basically. But you deal 20 special damage to all of your opponent's back Holomem. However, if they're downed, your opponent does not take a life. So this is part of the strategy for that deck. I deal 20 special damage. Then I have another card that has a collab effect that basically says if a card has 40 or more damage, then you just KO it. But your opponent does not take a life. But if you remember from last stream, or you were here last stream, I explained that you do lose if you have 0 characters on board. So this deck is mainly centered around KOing all your opponent's characters, regardless of whether they're taking life or not. And it can KO a large number of characters at once, making it hard to play again. Her second effect, or art, is Wave Mantra. The first one is Rain Mantra. Second art, Wave Mantra. It is 2 blue. So the first, sorry, I'm getting out of order. Rain Mantra, the first art, is 1 blue and 1 colorless, or 1 generic. Cheer. The second Wave Mantra is 2 blue and 1 colorless. And this deals same amount of damage, 40 and 50 against purple. But this effect is you may archive 2 cheer from this Holomem and deal the same amount of special damage to the opponent's center as the total damage taken by all of your opponent's back Holomem. So Rain Mantra deals damage to all of their backs, and then Wave Mantra deals damage to the center equal to the damage all backs have taken. But it's really inefficient, so you do need some form of cheer cycling for this effect, as it's very extensive on it. Alright, next up we have the second Ozki. Right, and she has a bloom effect. And this one restores 40 HP to the holomem. And then you roll a dice. If odd, you can send one to three cheer, so 1, 2, or 3, from your archive to this holomem, which is very good considering her attack requires 3 green cheer and 1 generic, but it deals 120 base and 50 bonus against white. Yes, white. All right. Next up, we have the Buzz Kazama Iroha. Here, and for a first, 250 HP is not bad. Her first attack takes 1 green cheer and 1 generic cheer, and it deals 50 damage plus. Now, the art gets its effect if only if Kazama Iroha is in the collab position, and this art gets an additional 20 for each cheer. Oh yeah, for each cheer equipped to this holomem, but only up to 5. So it can deal a maximum of 150 attack damage. Her second art is 1 green cheer and 2 generic, and it is a 70 damage with no effect. So that first one's pretty good, especially if you have a deck where you ramp relatively quickly. Having a holomem in your main slot and getting 5 cheer on Iroha might be a bit difficult though, especially since her effect only activates when she's in the collab zone. Alright, next up we have the Buzz First Muna Hoshinova. 240 HP for a first is also good. Oh, and it seems like a normal effect for Buzz is they have an extra box at the bottom. What this extra box says is you take 2 life if this character gets down. So it seems like Buzz have higher stats, but also a harsher drawback. So her attack is her first art is 2 generic cheer for 50 damage with no effect. Her second art is 1 blue and 2 generic cheer for an 80 damage attack, and it has the effect that you can archive 1 green or blue cheer from this holomem to deal 30 special damage to one of your opponent's back holomem. That's pretty good. It would be pretty good in a deck like Kobo Kanairu, Suisei. Unfortunately, for the third, like the supporting holomem I'm using Arono Kuroni because of her recall collab effect. I think it's rewind maybe. I'll check in just a bit. Next up, we have the Shatterfoil Shirogane Noel. And I know I explained her last time, but I'll just say it again. You can send, when she collabs, you send 1 cheer from your archive to your holomem. And it doesn't say a specific holomem, so I think it's any. Then her attack is 2 generic cheer for 20 damage. So pretty simple. Next up, we have the Oshi card for Mume. And she's 5 life. And her Oshi skill is a 2 cost. And it takes effect if one of your holomem with promise, so the little hashtag in the bottom, if it says promise, and they would take damage during your opponent's turn, -2 hollow power, and that hollow mem takes 50 less damage. Okay, that's a pretty good tank effect, especially once per turn. Her SP Oshi skill, which is once per game, and the SP are always once per game. Reveal one event from your deck, add it to your hand, and then shuffle the deck. That's pretty good. I would say her Oshi skill is definitely a lot better than her SP Oshi skill. Um, Mainly because it's once per turn, but it's also just better for defense. Next up, we have second Tokino Sora. I've already explained this one, so I'll just pass her down. Next up, we have second Takanashi Kiara, otherwise known as Kiwawa. So her arts are 2 red cheer for 70 base damage with no effect, but it does deal 50 bonus damage against green Hollow Mem. And her second attack, 3 red cheer for 80 base damage and another additional 50 versus green. And this art also gets plus 10 damage for every Hollow Mem in your archive, and then you shuffle 6 Hollow Mem from your graveyard into your deck or archive. So basically it deals a lot more damage, but then if you use it next turn, it'll do 60 less damage because you shuffled 6 Hollow Mem in. Alright, and I've already explained the Buzz Kazuma Iroha. And next up, we have the Shatterfoil Buzz Muna Hoshinova. Now, her effects, or her arts, are the same as the non-Buzz variant. Or actually, no, that is Buzz. So I showed the Buzz, but this is the regular Buzz art with the checkered background. And this is the Shatterfoil, as I'm calling it, Hoshinova. So that's pretty nice. Now, I did explain a little bit about this next character, Hosho Marin. Her ability is to roll a dice. If it's odd, you switch one of your opponent's center Hollow Mem with one of their back Hollow Mem. So switch it into something that's weaker so you can KO it in one hit. And it's good for going for game like that, or just taking out an annoying or a spot character like this that has a good effect or good collab effect. You switch that to their center zone, so then to collab with that character, they have to retreat it. So that just forces them to archive a cheer. So that's pretty good. Next up, we have first Tokino Sora. This is probably the better one, and should definitely be added to the structure deck. She has a bloom effect, which is draw 1 card from deck. So yeah, just to draw 1. But her art is 1 generic cheer for 40 damage. So that's really good. Alright, and I do have the Arona Crony here. I'm seeing that it is indeed Rewind. So we have the second Arona Crony, and her collab effect, Rewind. It returns one of your opponent's back Hollow Mem to debut. So if they're a second, you return the second and first to the opponent's hand. So you want to do that, and then using that, combining it with Kobo Knighter's effect to deal damage to 20 of the characters, or, well, yeah, you remove damage with Rewind. So it takes all of the damage. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that remains. Or remove the damage. After removing damage, 1 debut Hollow Mem and all of the cheer remain. So the damage, the second, and the first, if it has it, are taken. And it becomes debut again, with all the cheer. Her art is 1 blue and 2 generic. It deals 60 damage, and 50 more if she's going up against a red holomem. Then it allows you to take one of your debut holomem. Sorry for the pause, I was just making sure I read it right. So it allows you to bloom one of your debut holomem into a first, even if you played them that turn. So it's excellent for getting, so you play debut Kobo Kanairu, you fast forward to get her into first Kobo, and then on the next turn you can bloom directly into third, or second, on the second turn you played them. And again, getting Kobo as your center for that deck is important, because then Aronocroni and Suisei have their bloom effects that help Kobo. Next up, we have Aki Rosenthal the second. I'm pretty sure I did explain this yesterday, but I'll just do it again. So you send the top card of your cheer deck to your holomem. It doesn't say this or collab holomem, so I'm assuming it is any. And then if you have a tool equipped to this holomem, you restore 40 HP. To her, not the character you put the cheer on. So, and that's pretty good considering Aki Rosenthal is a deck centered around tools. And her art is 3 green cheer. It deals 70 base plus 50 to white holomem. And then if a tool is attached to this holomem, it gets an additional 50. So 70 plus 50 being 12, 12 plus 50 being 170. So if it's going up against a white and she has tool equipped, it deals 170, and some of the tools buff her damage as well. So she can hit pretty big. Next up, we have the Spot Usada Pecora. And her collab effect is to roll a dice, and if it's even, you reveal a Buzz holomem from your deck and add it to your hand. Now again, the Buzz are have higher stats and are typically a bit stronger, but they have the drawback of they cannot, or if they go down, you cannot, or you take 2 life. I don't know what I'm saying. Also, she also has an extra effect, which her extra effect, and I think this is the same with all of the spots, is they cannot bloom. So if you're running a Usada Pecora deck, and you have this spot, you cannot bloom this into the first Pecora. Next up, we have Takanashi Kiara, and her first art is 1 red cheer for 50 damage, and her second art is 2 red cheer for 40 damage, but it has the effect that if you archive a holomem, that is stacked to this one. So you bloom this on your debut, and then you archive your debut Kiara in order to deal 40 special damage to your opponent's collab holomem as well. So it deals 80 damage, either 80 to the collab or 40 to the center and 40 to the collab. Alright, next up we have the Troop member, and this one can only be equipped to Polka, and if the holomem that this fan is attached to would use art, the fan is regarded as a red cheer, and let's see. Oh, this looks like a drawback for this card, because the holomem this fan is attached to takes 10 more damage. I don't know if that has to do with Polka's kit, but yeah, it looks like it counts as a red cheer, and Polka takes 10 more damage every time she's hit. Alright. Next up, we have the second IL-15. Alright, and her collab effect, it sends one cheer each to 1 to 3 of your Holomem who are ID or Indonesian. And her art is a 1 green cheer, 2 generic. For 100 base, it deals an additional 50 to blue Holomem. And if your stage has another, so a ID Holomem other than IO-15, it gets an additional 50 damage. So if you're going up against a blue and you have a different ID Indonesian, it deals 200 damage. Right, and now we have another copy of Kobo Kanayade. Next we have the Spot Shiranui Flare. And again, she has the extra effect of this Holomem cannot bloom. Her collab effect is to, when she collabs, you exchange your center Holomem with one of your non-resting back Holomem. So basically it's a free retreat. And it's actually this breaks kind of the rule of the other spots I've seen. It's 1 generic cheer for 20 damage. Typically the cheer requirement equals the damage times 10. Or is what the damage is 10 times. Next up, we have first Usada Pecora. And very generic. First art is 1 green cheer for 40 damage with no effect. Her second art is 2 green cheer for 50 damage, and you roll a dice and it gains 10 more damage equal to the number that you rolled. So if you use this effect and roll a 6, you deals 1100 damage, or 110 damage. 1100 damage would one-shot everything. Alright, next up, we have the second Mume. And I can actually, now that I drew the Mume Oshi, I can actually build the Mume deck. Alright, and her collab effect is to reveal 1 Holomem with Promise from your deck and add it to your hand, then shuffle the deck. So it's basically just a search for a Promise deck every other turn. Because when you collab her, she comes back and rests, which means you cannot collab her that turn, but during your next refresh phase, she becomes unrested, which means she can collab again. Oh, and the art is 1 white cheer and 2 generic. It deals 70 base and 50 damage to purple Holomem. And it has the effect of, during this turn, your center and collab Holomem get arts plus 10 for each of your back Holomem. So let's say you have 4 Holomem on your back row. It deals 70 plus 4. So 11. Or 110. And then it also gives your collab Holomem an additional 10 damage for every in the case that you have 4 Holomem on your backstage, it gives an additional 40 to your collab as well. Which is why it's probably better to have a collab rather than dealing the bonus 50 for having 5 Holomem on your back row, because it's bonus 80 because it's 40 to both. Alright. Let's see. We have debut Kobo Kanairu. And her collab effect is if your center holomem has ID or Indonesia, you may roll a dice once. If the result is 3 or greater, send the top card of your cheer deck to your holomem. And again, it does not specify, so I assume it means any. And her art is 1 generic cheer for 10 damage. And one thing you can actually do with this is you can use her a collab effect to try and ramp a cheer and then bloom her into your first. So you can do that for a little bit of trickiness. All right, next up we have a second Hakos Bales. Her collab effect is basically, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's hand destruction. Both players shuffle their hand in, or place their hand on the bottom of their deck, and then draw 1 card for each card they returned. And then her art is 1 red cheer and 1 generic cheer for 100 base with a bonus 50 to green holomem. Next up, we have Amane Kanata, and she has a bloom effect, Angel's Work. It deals 30 special damage to your opponent's center holomem, but your opponent does not take life if if that damage downs the enemy's holomem. So again, another card that might be good in the strategy I'm playing with Susei. Unfortunately, I think Crony still just works better, and I do need room for spots and items and supports. Her attack is 1 white cheer and 1 generic cheer for 50 damage, base with no effect and no bonus. Now we have another copy of Aki Rosenthal. Next up, we have the first Kobo Kanairu. And she has a bloom effect, which so archive 1 cheer from a holomem with ID and deal 10 special damage to all of your opponent's back holomem, and they don't take life if that downs your holomem or their holomem. Right. Next up, we have 3 repeats in a row: Arona Crony second, and a Spot Pecora and Flare. So next up, we have the first Hoshimachi Susei. And she has the collab effect, or a collab effect. Roll a dice, and if it's odd, you down one of your opponent's back holomem whose HP is reduced by 40 or more, and they don't take life from this. So this is the Susei I was talking about. On collab, if your opponent has 4 more damage on their back holomem, down it. It doesn't matter if it has a base HP of 50 or a base HP of like 250. It will down everything on collab. So once per turn, once per every other turn, you can just do this. It's wild. And then her art is 2 blue cheer for 70 damage. So she's just all around strong. Most times, you're not even going to need to upgrade into the second Susei. You want to keep her as the first. Because again, that collab effect is crazy. All right, and we have some more repeats. 3. Again, Mume, second Bales, and Spot Noel. All right, next up we have the second Takane Louis, and she has a bloom effect. And on bloom, return 1 to 2 holomem with Holo X from your archive to hand. So again, that's in the bottom corner. They have these hashtags. If it says hashtag HoloX, you can add it from archive to hand. So basically, just bringing characters back, and Louis wants to do that because she has a lot of effects that archive cards, like this next one. So her art is 2 red cheer and 1 generic cheer. It is base 60 damage. It deals 50 bonus damage against a light holomem, which again does not exist in the EN version yet. And its effect is you can archive 1 to 5 cards from your hand and deal 20 special damage for each archived card to either the center or collab holomem. So if you archive 5, that's 100 damage to either the center or the collab. So again, very good damage there. Now we have another repeat, the first Usada Pecora, and another one, the first Takanashi Kiara. So next up we have, oh, this looks like another shatter foil. I should probably put this in a sleeve. All right. Next up we have the second Usada Pecora. And she has a bloom effect to restore 50 HP to this holomem. Just heal. Her art is 3 green cheer and 1 generic cheer, so 4 cheer total. 60 base damage with a 50 bonus against blue holomem. And the art's effect is roll a dice 3 times, and the art gets 10 times the total number rolled. So if you roll 3 sixes, it deals an additional 6, 12, 18. So an additional 180. So that's pretty strong. Especially if you could probably run her in a deck with Aski as well, which is the structure deck. So if you get the structure deck, you could probably run Usada Pecora, and while it would only affect 1 roll, it would basically guarantee you 160 damage counter. Oh, and I missed a holo. It's a repeat of the first Amane Kanata. Cheer. Now, it doesn't look like there's anything groundbreaking in the non-holos. A pretty good one is I Leave the Rest to You, which is basically a swap for your center and one of your non-resting backs, which is basically a safer version of using the spot version because it can't be killed. Takane Lui, the first, has a bloom effect that you archive 1 card from hand to draw 2 cards from your deck. So it's Graceful Charity in reverse. You have the first Hakos Veils, and her bloom effect is it bloomed from debut, which it would be. You can return 1 debut or first from your archive to hand, and if you return an EN, you deal 20 special damage to your opponent's collab holomem. It's a pretty good one. Good limited support for Suse is Idle Microphone. And look at the top 4, and you can add any number of them that include the singing hashtag, and then the remaining go to the bottom of deck. Encore's another good support. This one says return 1 to 3 cheer from your archive to the cheer deck and then shuffle the cheer deck. Another decent one is normal PC, which you reveal 1 debut from your deck and place it on stage. So again, just another searcher. Hoshimachi, the second Hoshimachi Susei, or not second, first. So in all reality, the firsts for Susei tend to be better. This one's probably worse than the other first, but it deals 20 special damage to one of your opponent's back on Bloom. The only reason it's worse being the fact that it's on Bloom, while the other one deals special damage on Collab. I missed quite a few cheer. Next up, we have the mascot for Louis, which is Ganmo. And the equipped character, this one doesn't have to be attached to Louis. It gives any hollow mem it's attached to arts plus 10, so the arts do 10 more damage. And then it gains an additional ability if equipped to Louis, which is that the so if Louis is the center and uses one of the arts, you draw a card from deck. And for Louis, you want her to be your center. Debut Hoshimachi Susei. This one has a collab effect that if your Oshi is Susei, you can archive 1 blue cheer from this holomem to draw 2 cards. So it's basically just to draw 2. And that looks like it's going to be about it for these packs. Still no signed card. And again, if I get any signed card, the one I want is Calliope Mori. There definitely are more valuable ones, though. But I think that's going to end it for this stream. So definitely want to get back on to draw more cards. From now on, the only time I'm drawing cards from the case I got is going to be on stream. And these are the cheer I got. So it does look like each box is going to give you 2 of each cheer, because that's been relatively consistent of the ones that I've done. Or it might be 1 of each cheer, because I opened 2 boxes each stream and got 1 of each cheer each time. So yeah, for that, getting the cheer set is definitely good. It gives you 4 Oshi cards and 20 of each cheer. Well, the first 4. So that's definitely worthwhile buy. Getting the counter set is pretty good as well. The structure deck does give you a counter set. It's going to be lower quality though. All of it's cardboard. The actual counter set that they sell it looks like resin counters, and it looks like a special variant of the cardboard cast in resin for the let's see, for the counter for the the SP Oshi skill. It gets its own counter that some people remove it from their Oshi, some people just flip it over when they use their SP Oshi skill. But that's certainly some good accessories to get for this game. And as for the gameplay, it plays a lot like if you've played Pokemon and One Piece. It takes pretty much the best aspects of both of those, and that will be about it for this stream. Hope you all have a good